It's week 2 of the 2022 season, and we'll see the Colts' electric quarterback. He had a solid performance a week ago, throwing for 3 touchdowns. It's the Colts and the Jaguars, and it's all up next on EA Sports.
Smack dab in the middle of I-295 that encircles the city of Jacksonville in northeast Florida. There's a good look at TIAA Bank Field. Today, after a crazy opening weekend, it's on to week 2, and we've got a good one here between the Indianapolis Colts and the Jacksonville Jaguars. Alongside my partner, Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you look at this Jaguar team. They come in off a good win on the road, and now they hit the home opener at 1-0. Meanwhile, for the visiting Colts, they come into this one after a loss in the opener, and they're in for another tough test here.
And what a battle for an organization to look at your schedule and see 2 road games to start the season and not have a letdown immediately. You got to fight against that. They've got to come out ready to play.
So the Colts now coming out for their opening drive. They're led out, Charles, by their new quarterback for 2022. And it was a bit of a rough start for him in the opener as he couldn't get the job done.
Yeah, you can't put it all on him, certainly. But he does know the scrutiny he's under because he's not going to have an endlessly long leash. They need results right now. So it's going to be important for him to right the ship right here because this is a team that cannot start 0-2.
Now a first down throw, Fields. And that is incomplete. Wow, the coverage a little too good there, and it's second down. Following the incomplete pass, here they go again, 2nd and 10 from the 25. They'll run. This is Jonathan Taylor. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. Well, this defense very strong in that victory from a week ago.
But we certainly had a nice conversation with the defensive coordinator, didn't we? And what we heard, I like what we did, but we definitely need more pressure on the quarterback this week.
And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. A strong 8 yards will keep this drive rolling. The Colts had 0-1 on the year following the loss in the opener. And right now they're probably asking, hey, who did we offend in the scheduling office? Back-to-back road games to start the season.
Yeah, that's a great question. I'll bet someone called the league office to protest, but sometimes it just shakes out that way. But they can get out of this with a split, knowing they'll get those home games later in the season. It can be quite an advantage for them if they take care of business now.
These are his numbers from last week's contest. 21 carries, 96 yards.
Well, they set a nice tone in week 1. He's among the leading rushers in the league. I think that they continue to feed him the football and continue to establish the running game so they can get to play action and throw the ball deep later on.
7 yards there and a first down.
The Colts have liked Big Mo Alley-Cox more and more over his 4 seasons with the team. Initially known just for his blocking, he's developing into a nice target as a tight end, and there he picks up a first down.
1st and 10, Taylor now. And some space here. And great blocking downfield as he's got this almost to the 35-yard line. That one for Indianapolis, resulting in 15 yards and a fresh set of downs.
That's pretty much meat and potatoes right there, wasn't it? Just go right at them and let your big horse charge up the middle. Not too fancy there, was it?
Nothing fancy at all, challenging that defense. And on that go-around, the offense won the challenge. So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 36. Back to throw, Fields. And that one off the mark behind him, incomplete.
Nice progress down the field was halted by that incompletion. They could try for some safe yards here to get things moving again, or keep throwing it and pushing it downfield to try and pick up bigger yardage.
On 2nd down, it's Taylor. And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup. Well, this defense for the Jaguars, terrific last week in the season-opening victory.
Yeah, and what stood out to me on tape, the way they were flying to the football. So that tells me that they've got all their assignments down, and they're playing with extreme confidence.
To throw is Fields. This will be taken in by Michael Pittman. And he is going to have a Colts first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Now it's Fields. And going right back to Pittman. And he's brought down, but he has it down to the 12 on a pickup of 12. 1st and 10. He's got some room to operate. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. To throw again on 2nd down. Fields. And that's incomplete.
Coaches talk about it all the time. Players talk about it as well. Excellent job staying disciplined in coverage and making that stop. Inside the red zone, every stop like that could be preventing a possible touchdown.
Heavy set out there on 3rd and 1. Here's Fields on the sneak. He didn't get the touchdown, but he did get the 1st down as he's tackled at the 1. So another 3rd down conversion, and now they've got a 1st and goal. Here's Fields on the sneak, and this time he breaks the plane. He's in for the touchdown. It's their quarterback. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Colts are able to answer the early 3 points and take a 1st quarter lead.
Instead of having to play follow the leader there, the leader led.
I like that. And he likes that, doesn't he? 1st and goal, let me do the job. So here are the Colts to take over. They were losers a week ago to the Texans, but they're on top right now as they start this drive out 1st and 10. Fields now to throw. He'll drop this down to Taylor. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. Running straight ahead, Taylor. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Back to Taylor on 1st down. They'll get this up to the 47 and brought down there.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning it in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
They run once more with Taylor. And a good push there defensively as they stop him at the 48. A gain of just 1. The Colts on 3rd down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This is 3rd and 4. Catch made here by Campbell. And this will not be enough. On 3rd and 5, he only gets 3. Week 2 underway around the NFL, and a reminder that later tonight it'll be Chicago and Green Bay in the Packers home opener, the 101st season of that great rivalry. They have the Colts going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. They'll run with Taylor to begin the drive. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5. Here's a 2nd and 5 now from the 25. Now a good job shifting right, finding his target. And they work this well upfield across the 45. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
And he'll be out of bounds after his short pickup, as that's going to take us to the 2-minute warning. On the draw is Taylor. And he'll get it down here to the 43. And the offense moving quickly to the line. On 1st and 10, here's Fields. Jaguar pressure and a Jaguar sack. They're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Now a nice throw here right side. He hauls it in. A big play there for Indy. 54 yards. Pretty good yards after the catch there on that crossing route. Is a crossing route good for a quarterback because the receiver's coming across his line of vision?
They love those kind of throws. And how many times have you seen any of what we call an in-breaking route? Quarterback really turns it loose, doesn't he? Has a lot more confidence.
And he is over the line for another rushing touchdown.
Is he a quarterback or is he a tailback?
A great play there with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Colts will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Here he is, the man taking the snaps under center, heading out for the next possession. He's got to be feeling pretty good, playing well. Now the Colts going to burn the 2nd of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. Here's Fields. Blitz coming, and down he goes. And they're going to speed things up here. After the sack on 1st down, Fields. Slant pass hauled in by Campbell. Now a timeout. 7 seconds left in the first half. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And it brings up 3rd and 5 now. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Here's Fields. And he'll find Pittman. Driving for the goal line, but he's marked down short. And with no timeouts, no chance to get the field goal unit out there. And frustration going to set in, as that is going to be how this first half will come to a close.
Okay, Brandon, we'll get you back to you and Charles in a bit. But first, it's time for a trip around the NFL following an eventful opening weekend. Let's see what's happening in Week 2. We start with a couple of franchises looking to make a move here in 2022. Miami heading north to take on Baltimore. And they are just about ready to head to halftime with the Dolphins on top. 2 touchdown passes there for Tua Tagovailoa. From there, we'll stay in the AFC North and head over to Cleveland to check on the Browns. And they have the lead over the visiting New York Jets. 2 touchdown passes there for Deshaun Watson. Lastly, let's motor up to the Motor City. See what's happening with the Lions at home at Ford Field. As you can see the score there in the second quarter. Curtis Samuel, 2 touchdown catches on the afternoon. On now to a look at the next-gen stats in that first half for the Colts. And their passing game has been the reason why they lead thus far. They've had great success moving the ball through 2 quarters of play. Meanwhile, for the Jaguars, they too didn't throw the ball as well as they would have liked. And I think both teams would say there's room for improvement in the second half.
The Colts ready to go to work to start the third quarter. And they've got the lead. CD, what do you think the message was at halftime?
I don't think the message was too drastic, I think, at the half, or that they need to change things too much. I do think the offensive line can play a little bit better. I think they'll try and help them out more. They'll probably keep a tight end in a few more times and maybe add a running back to the formation to pick up those pass rushers, because they probably allowed a few too many sacks for comfort in the first half.
Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Now, during that run, an injury here. We've got one of those big blockers in some discomfort. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Fields on third down. Eluding the pressure right. And he'll just toss it away. So he throws it away, and that brings up fourth down.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
Here comes the Indianapolis offense now as they get set to take over. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on. Up the middle, here's Taylor. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up.
Fields hit, and the ball is loose. And did the Jaguars come up with it? They did. So turnovers, Charles, you figure will be key in the second half, and that's a big giveaway there.
Yeah, and as you and I both know, coaches are always preaching ball security, and none more often than right here in the second half of a tight football game. Now you've got to believe what the coaches are saying.
And now Indianapolis set to take the field. Carry by Taylor to start the drive. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. 8 yards that time, able to take off, and the result is a first down.
Oh, partner, just a second earlier, and they might have had him because they certainly thought they were going to close in and drop him behind the line of scrimmage, but he had just enough time to dodge the pressure, and he ends up getting yardage before being stopped.
And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. Indianapolis moving the chains there on a gain of 12. Charles, to move the chains that time, they had to complete it into double coverage, and they got it done.
And it's never easy overcoming multiple defenders, but he sure made it look simple. Found the right spot to exploit and won his one-on-two matchup.
On first down, it's Fields. They'll set up the screen to Taylor. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line.
And good yardage there on first down because sometimes all you need to do on the screen is get one key block. That might set your man free, and that was pretty good pursuit to the football defensively. Well, it could have gone for more.
70 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
I think we're seeing the effect that runs like that are starting to have on this game. They're a little bit slower, that front seven, reacting to the football, almost like body blows in boxing, slowing them down, and they're really starting to take over in this game.
And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A good pickup there, a 22. Things looking much rosier for him here in week 2. They work with the lead as they've got it 1st and 10. And good downhill running. He's got 6 yards down to the 13.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense is getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we've played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. This offense so far on 3rd down, they've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This time it's 3rd and 3. Oh, he's got his tight end, Mo Alley-Cox, complete. And the Colts are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
And in a lot of ways, that catch is expected. Red zone presence, and that one was realized there. You've got to find your tight end in that situation.
Fields. And this nearly an interception, but it's incomplete. Well, a turnover really would have helped him there, but not to be.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got second and third down to fall back on.
They come up here with another shot from the 6-yard line, and it's second and goal now. One play action, Fields. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, third and goal. Now Fields. Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. And the Jags are right back in this football game. So a good drive with a bad ending, Charles. They move it down the field well. Cannot finish it off, though, as it's intercepted in the end zone.
Deflating, that has got to be the word here because they were sharp in moving it down the field. But sometimes you start thinking like a touchdown is a given.
And the Colts getting ready to go. Their defense got the stop, forced the punt, and now you really start to monitor the clock as they nurse this slim lead. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and it's second down. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. On the handoff, this is Taylor. And they're able to bring him down at the 20. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's first and 10. Looking to throw. Fields. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. That's Foley Fatukasi who got in there and finished off the play. So after the sack, here's second and 14. From the gun, here's Fields. Throw over the middle, going to be caught here by Mo Alley-Cox. And the Jags have 5 in the secondary here on third down. Back to throw. Fields. He'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he will lose yardage on the play. Back at his own 19-yard line. So that'll go as a 4-yard loss on the play. And that's going to make it fourth down. I hate to surrender the football when you're nursing a slim lead, but they're going to have to punt it away. Trust that defense. Indianapolis offense ready to go again. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. Now Fields. Pass complete to QT. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. Here's Fields. And his throw here is going to be incomplete. 2-minute drills, they're tough enough, pressure-packed enough, and these elements makes it significantly tougher.
And you don't have the margin where you can say, okay, I can allow for certain things and maybe change up a little bit. Because it's a 2-minute situation, you've got to try and make the same plays you would make if the elements didn't exist.
The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as they stop it here with 1:07 remaining. The Colts offensive unit ready to see what they can do here.
Well, they fought hard to reach this point, Charles, and now what an opportunity. They've got the ball.
Fields on first down. Now that's into the hands of Mo Alley-Cox, the tight end. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Looking to throw. Fields. That's going to be caught by Alley-Cox. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. Now a first down throw. Fields. Over the middle, complete. That's Campbell. And he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30. And they're going to hurry back to the line now. Now we give to Taylor. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. I don't want to overhype it, but this is a big early season game, especially an overtime win. That could give you a big boost going forward in the season.
It certainly can, and I don't think you're overhyping it because cliches go out the window when you start to play overtime. And you're right, the winner of this game now, that's an extra boost moving forward, and it actually is an extra hurt for the team that loses because normally you shake it off, but in this situation, it lingers a little bit longer.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. They go to the ground again with Taylor. They stopped after only a yard, taking it down to the 14.
Now, hang on here a second. Looks like a Jaguar in some obvious discomfort from that last play. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside.
Got an open man. That's Campbell. And the Colts are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. They go back to that well. He's had a great game. Defensively, they haven't been able to stop him. Same thing here in overtime.
And sometimes that goes to the play caller's ego because a lot of times you have so many different plays you want to call, but when you spot it.
And this will be caught. It's a touchdown. An absolute stunned silence here as they have come in and stolen this one in overtime. And down near the goal line here, they're able to throw it in.
And the key word, quick. Quick hitter, out of his hands fast, into the receiver's hands even faster.
So this one winds up an Indianapolis victory, and it was a bit of a strange game. They were held scoreless through the entire second half, but their first half output, that's enough to carry them to victory.
And that's an odd game to watch, isn't it? Because when we saw the output in the first half, you think to yourself, okay, they've got something working here. They know what they're doing. They'll continue that along. But instead, it's goose eggs in the second half. Fortunately, enough of a cushion and enough defense to carry them home.
So for Indianapolis, they did what they needed to do. They split their first 2 road games of the year. And they'll return home next week to take on the Kansas City Chiefs. Meanwhile, for Jacksonville, they will fall to 1-1. And they will try to get back in the swing of things next week on the road.